Hello and welcome back to OmniWorld. The last time we left off, we were somewhere a little bit different, working on some slightly different things. Today, however, we are heading back to the village, but we will be working on something a little bit different. These houses are still pretty incomplete, and they probably will stay that way for a little while. Until I get some inspiration to do something different or something special. Today though, we're heading to a slightly new section. I know I've said we're going to work on this town hall place, but I've got a little bit more work I want to do on creative before I actually start putting this together. So we'll leave that too. I also need to get some buildings along here. There's a lot to do, man. A lot to do. I feel like there's always a lot to do, which is a good thing, I guess. Today, I can't believe I haven't shown you this. This beacon has moved because I have some plans, some new things are going to be happening in the next few episodes at some point. I say that a lot. Eventually at some time in this series, let's put it that way. We're going to be doing something very, very, very cool down here. Where is that? There we go. I'm building a little area. Now, one thing I've always found in this game, what are these parts? Oh, I've still got the snow particles on from Christmas. One thing I always find really, really useful in this game, whenever I kind of run into a wall and just can't find any creativity or anything to do, I dig. And I find digging a lot helps. So I've been digging a lot. I'm clearing out a giant area inside of the mountain. Now, I mentioned this before as a kind of an idea just in passing. I decided to go with it. We're going to go with it. I'm digging everything out to this level. We're going to have a huge room that's open and empty. And the plan with this is it's going to mainly be storage. However, being down here has given me some cool ideas. So a few things I'd like to do is have sort of series of tunnels moving around to different areas, maybe some just the stuff you would actually use in Minecraft, so farms and brewing things and automated systems and stuff like that. That's all going to go down here with storage. I also would like to have a chest at the very, very top, back up in the village, where you can drop your items in, just throw anything you don't want in, and it will come down and sort itself out. Now, I've seen some really cool sorting systems that some people have come up with, and I'm probably going to not steal, but take without permission and build over here, because I think that'd be really, really awesome to have, and that'd be a bit of fun. We don't do a lot of redstone work here, so I feel like that would be a pretty cool thing to do, but also that's going to leave a lot of room for creativity up here. So I did mention I wanted these buildings to be functional as well as cool. Now I don't need to worry so much about the function. I mean, this kind of thing's cool, we'll keep this, but these buildings don't really need to do much anymore because I'm going to get everything underground. So I figured I'd just show you that, so you weren't surprised one day when I said, hey look, I dug a hole. But today, we're going to be working on this area over here. I'm going to need some torches about. I've never torched up this area, and I don't know why. I guess it's kind of out of town. So let's do that, and let me tell you what we're doing today. And let me give you a little bit of an idea of what this place is going to be. So this section over here, that's really cool. I like the idea of that being a secret way in. That's going to happen at some point. But the idea in this area was this was going to be a little bit of a work site or more of a dig site. This would be the area for the mining. So the idea behind the story of this village is that obviously they would make their own resources, but the villagers got to have some sort of, export and things like that to send off to make some dollars, or I don't even know, Minecraft coins, something to that extent. Mining's going to be their thing. They've already got a giant mine hole, and this is actually where we're going to be working today. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I'm going to need to clear this area back a little bit more, actually, to do this. But the idea is that I wanted to have a crane. And George's speaking to me. I couldn't decide what to go with. I'll go with hello. We're going to build ourselves a little crane today. That's what we're going to work on. I've got a design that I'm happy with. It is based off of another YouTuber's design, and I've done the terrible thing and completely forgot the username. I will find a way to put it in the description / probably forget. I'm very sorry. It has been a bit modified though, so it's kind of mine as well. But yeah, we're going to go ahead with that. Now, where did I get any spruce? Did I only get 1 stack of spruce? That was really silly. I might need more than that. Let me just tell Jordan what's going on. 1 second. Okay, turns out I've actually run completely out of food, so that's not going to be good. So we'll make a trip back over there in a second, but let's get started with this. Now, I want the crane to head down this way. This is where they're going to pull all the goods out of. So I think what we're going to do is I'm probably going to position it around here. Yes, this is where we're going to start. So we want a 4-block gap. That's 3. Well, that's a really good start. I forgot my axe as well. I'm going to need my axe. I need food and an axe. Be right back. All right. Turns out I've run out of food completely. So that's not good. We're going to need to solve that situation. So maybe some animal farms should be next on the list. But that can wait. That can wait. We've got some cranes to build. So let's do that now. Where was I? I was just placing these. So I want to bring these up 4 high. And I also want some... Oh, hello. 3 apart. So here. And this is going to form a little base for the crane to sit on. I did toy with the idea of having the crane on the floor, but I like the idea of it being raised a little bit so it will stand out and you'll see it. Because eventually we will have a wall, possibly an arch, maybe similar to this area here. So I do want it to be visible, so that's what we're going to go with. And then I want some spruce planks, and these are going around like this, I believe. A lot of this is kind of going to be on the fly because as much as I have a plan, I find it very hard to follow them and build it and talk and everything. So we're just going to kind of go with it and see what happens. So let me get this floor in place and we will get to the main feature. It's basically just a big wooden crane with a little bit of a platform on. But I think it looks kind of cool. I think it's got some a little bit of character to it. There's some nice detail with it as well. So I think it will fit quite nicely with the rest of the village as well. I've tried to use similar blocks, so that's what we're going with. Let's knock this place out. Now, I don't actually have any ladders. So for now, I'm going to do this so that I can actually get up there. Because I will need to get up there. All right. Now, where are my things at? We need some of these. And these are going to cap off all of these guys. And then we're going to want to build up the main crane arm, which I was doing out of spruce, but I don't know how much spruce I've actually got. But that's cool. So we want to start here. How high do we want to go? Now, it's going to be kind of different. This is something I mentioned last time about building. Do you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that, and we'll kind of figure it out as we go. Building in the right area, because I've done it again where I've just built somewhere completely different. And now it's gonna look a little bit strange, but it's okay. We'll go with it. We'll figure it out. So I'm gonna get some of these stairs in here and this guy here. So we're gonna build a little crank, and this will be the part that obviously will wind the crane. Once it's there, it will pull the chain up on the arm, and that will be what actually activates the crane once it's in place. Now, did I bring stone? Yes, I did. I want some buttons. Inventory's full. What did I? Oh, I picked up some chicken. Oh, that was a silly idea. I'm going to pick it up now, aren't I? But that's cool. So one thing that I've been doing lately then, today, in fact, which should have been out by now. It should have been out yesterday if I do everything right, but I don't usually do everything right. We fought the dragon in Aptera, and that was a lot of fun. It was really, really, really difficult, but it was a lot of fun. I had a really good time doing that. It's probably the first time I've actually fought the dragon in an extremely long time. It's not something I usually do in just any world that I ever play. I usually just ignore it. I never usually go that far. And for that reason, I've never actually built an end farm. So that's something we're going to be trying to do in the series eventually. I need some more support up here. That should be fine. Where's my axe gone? Man, I'm losing things already. All right. That's supposed to be... There we go. Now we swapped it for a melon. No problem. There's some weird lag going on, and it seems to only happen when I'm recording, so I'm wondering if it's my end. But who knows? Who knows? Where are my stark oak slabs and stairs? There we go. Now, how high do I want this? Yes, that's going to be correct. So let's get stair, slab, and slab. We want this to come out so that it hangs over the big gap in the floor. Good stuff. All right, so where were we? Oh yeah, I was just climbing up here. I was talking about dragons and stuff, I think. I don't really remember. But yes, we want this to come out so that it hangs over this little gap here. Unfortunately, the lag is getting the better of us today, so I need to be really careful with this. Why won't you let me place? What's wrong? Am I in the way? Hello? I have an idea. This can't fail. Will you let me place blocks underneath myself? You will. Awesome. We'll just do this then. That's really weird. Now I want it. I think that's probably a little far actually. That looks good to me. We'll have to, we'll kind of have a look at it when we get back down and we'll see if it's right. But I think that's probably going to be whereabouts we want it. And I do kind of want to change this for a stair actually. Oh, I'm going to die a lot during this build. I can just tell. Especially with these slabs. Come on. There we go. Please? Please? What is this all about? Minceraf, please. There we go. So yeah, I think I mentioned last episode, I'm not 100% sure if I did, but I'm pretty sure I did. I know I mentioned it in Aptera because we're kind of converting it to be something a little bit different. Jordan, the guy who was on speaking to me a second ago, has come up with another challenge. Now, I think I mentioned last time that he had a cool series of challenges he was going to be bringing out, which we were going to take part in. Now, we are going to do some of them. I'm probably going to do a lot of them off camera. I feel like it might be best because I do want to do a lot of them on the Aptera world. So that's what's going to be going on. So if you want a list of those, head over to the Aptera video and they'll all be on there. Or if you play on this server, head to the forums and there is an outline list on there, but there's some really cool things that we can do. So I'll let you know about that one. I'm going to kind of work it out and see, because some of the ones I want to be able to do, I'm not going to be able to do on the Aptera world just because of it being a custom generated world and all those kind of things. So we'll see. We might do some of the things on here anyway. So I'll let you know about that. But yeah, some very, very cool things. So big shout out to him for doing that stuff. Some very, very cool stuff. I'm getting myself a little bit confused here. I did want that because I want to go back up. So we've got the main arm of the crane in place. Give me this back. Now I do want to put this guy in, which is going to be the chain, and I want that to go all the way along. So I'm going to have to fight with these slabs again. That was very strange. Maybe that's just slabs. I'm assuming that's just the server because that's not something I've ever noticed before. And I feel like I would have seen that if it was part of, or just a bug that was common in 1.8. But this is going to be the arm. Now this is going to look very, very, very cool once we do update to. Oh, I'm not going to be able to reach that, am I? Once we do update to 1.9, it's going to be very, very, very cool because this turns into just a single line rather than the cross. And I think that's going to be very, very cool. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about 1.9 in general. It looks to be a really cool update. I think there's going to be really cool stuff going on there. Give me these stairs to pop in here. There we go. All right, so where do we stand with this? We've got the crane arms in place. I'll finish that side in a second. The top part is on. The two cogs are on and in place. I think it's just the counterweight we have left to do. So let's get up there and do that. Let's hop up this way. So the counterweight itself is fairly simple. I'm just gonna need a couple of logs. You get those on, 3 to be exact. I need to find a way out. The other thing with building in creative first as well, one thing I'm noticing that's I'm kind of struggling with is being able to move around. Now this stuff was easy in the creative world because I could just kind of fly about, but it's a lot more difficult when you actually have to place blocks to move about and stuff. But that's cool. It's part of the video game. It's how it should be played, I guess. Well, I guess there's an argument with that, but there you go. So let's get this guy in. And do I have any of these stairs with me? It looks like I got way too much stuff after all. Oh, give me this back. I should have brought more dirt. Dirt would have been a better building block. That's cool. Let's go back up this way. All right, we're almost done. This is a fairly quick build, actually. Fairly quick build. So let's get this in. Let's do that. Stair on here. I want to turn. What was the thing to turn off the snowballs? They're on my feet. Oh, I need to turn those off because they're getting a little bit annoying. It's not Christmas anymore either, unfortunately. Let's move around to this side. Yeah, just one stair to go on here, like this, And then I need these guys. I only have 4, which is kind of convenient because I actually only need 4. I was running around for ages trying to find them and I was worried about building them, but I actually only want 4. So that's not a problem. Let's get up a little bit higher. There we go. And do I have any of those buttons left? No, we can make one. There we go. So that guy can go on there. And then I'm going to want some of these to go around like this. Whoa, that was close. A little bit more chain to go on the back. And I think that's the majority of the build done. So let's have it come out like this. And then let's have it go down that side. And a little bit here. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Let me see about building a couple more fences because I do like to have some fences around these areas. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let's get the fences on and take a step back and see how we feel about this thing. I finally got the fence recipe right as well, which is nice. So I am going to leave little gaps in some places. In fact, I'll probably make this a gap. I did not build anywhere near enough fences. Oh man. Useless at this. Give me this fence. Let me get some more. That should be enough. 12 should be plenty. 12 should be plenty. Let's get some fences on like this. And one here, and one there. And I think that would be good. Now, whereabouts is this? Is it here? Yes, perfect. So I'm going to bring that down to here and get the slab on. Whoop. Yeah, let's go with this one. And that's just the kind of, I felt like the crane looked like it was a bit too, I don't know, that helps anchor it. I feel like that helps anchor it to the platform a little better. But that's the gist of the crane. And I'm quite happy with it. I'm very happy with this build. I think it looks quite cool. A few small touches to make, such as these guys and these guys around here. And then I'm going to jump down and build the little part in there. But that's the basics of the crane. I do want to have a little ladder on there. Obviously, these guys I want to get up there and make sure that their machines are functioning properly. But for now, I'm scared of falling again. We can get up here and add these on. I'm not 100% sure whereabouts I want to put the platform because I do want to have it obviously in here, but you won't be able to see it. So I think I'm going to build the platform about here. I've not got enough fences. Never enough fences, man. I still feel like they're too expensive. I still feel that way, I'm afraid, Mincraft. Blizzard, you're going to need to make your fences cheaper, I'm afraid. Let's get a couple more of these guys in. And some on this side. And then I'm going to need a silk touch pick, I think. Because I wanted to put some oars on here. Just to kind of make it look like it's in use. I've done a terrible job of this and I'm not going to be able to get these back, am I? Please? Yes. Let's get one on here. Never enough, man. Never enough. I've still got some sticks though, so there's that. I don't know what I just did. That was not very well done. 6, is that enough? Probably not. Never enough. Oh. Yes. And this guy in here. There we go, there we go, there we go. Now what did look quite cool was knocking one of them out. So after all that, I didn't even need that many. I felt it looked quite cool. No, please. Come here, slab. What was that? Sounded a lot like a villager. Maybe I'm just going crazy. I'm probably just going crazy. I'm going to need to learn about villagers though. Villagers are part of the trials that we're going to be doing. So I am going to need to learn about them. They're one thing I've never really done much with. So there's something I'm pretty new at. Something I'm not very familiar with. Building any of those kind of farms. Whereabouts would I keep some ores? Let me have a look. I probably won't have any in here actually, with that said. So I probably will have to silk touch some separately, but there we go. This is the crane. This is the build. What do you guys think? I'm quite happy with it. Let's have some melons. I think it looks quite good. Personally, I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. And I think that'll look kind of cool once there's a couple of pieces on there of oars and things like that. But this is the gist of it. This is the crane. We're going to have a few more spots around here, dig holes and maybe some other machinery. But this here's going to be the main one. This here's going to be the main place. Now I have actually, oh, excuse my BB-8. I have actually been down there already, and I have dug out a little area for the mine to go. So we will actually have a working mine down there. And in fact, maybe that will connect to the other part over there. But there we go. This is my crane. Let's get a look from the other side. I think it's very cool. I think it worked quite nicely. And again, I will link the inspiration in the comments, or the username of the guy who came up with the inspiration at least anyway. But yeah, that's what we're going with. So I do think it's about time to call the episode there. I do hope that you did enjoy it, and I really hope that you enjoyed the Aptera episode yesterday. Man, I'm so excited about that series. I really, really am. Hopefully that's going to help with scheduling as well, because it means we can get 4 videos each week, which is going to be absolutely awesome. I think that's a good amount of content. Definitely something I can manage as well. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you did enjoy this episode. Of course, if you did, do go ahead and hit the like button for me. And yeah, I'll see you next time.